Hey, all right, so we're gonna continue with chapter 3. And in this section, we're gonna be talking about operations that we can do with functions. So the basic idea is that when you're working with numbers, oh, sorry, I do not want to write in white. So that when we're working with numbers, like we can make sense of operations like 2 plus 3 equals 5, 2 times 3 equals 6, 4 divided by 2 equals 2. So this is what's known as an operation. So plus, times, divide, and subtract are operations. And we can actually make sense of operations when we're using functions as well. So we can add, multiply, divide, and subtract almost all functions, assuming that the range and domain are the same. So the basic idea is that if we have f of x equals x plus 5, and g of x equaling 1 over x, then f plus g of x is just f of x plus g of x. So that's going to be x plus 5 plus 1 over x. F times g of x, again, is just f of x times g of x. So 1 over x times x plus 5. We can distribute this 1 over x, and that just gives us back 1 plus 5 over x. Subtraction, just as straightforward as addition. We'll get x plus 5 minus 1 over x. And division is the one that's maybe the trickiest, because we have to be sure that we do not divide by 0. Thankfully, if we do f over g, we get x plus 5 divided by 1 over x, which just gives us back x times x plus 5. However, for g over f of x, we get 1 over x plus 5. That's the same as 1 over x times x plus 5. And so pause the video and take a second to think about what numbers are in our domain and what numbers are not in our domain. All right, so hopefully you came to the conclusion that 0 and negative 5 are not in the domain. And that's because if we plug in 0, we get 1 over 0 times 5, which doesn't make sense. And if we do negative 5, we get minus 1 over negative 5 times 0, which also doesn't make sense. So our domain is x not equal to 0 and negative 5. All right, there will just be 2 more videos left, so bear with me.